going on, everybody? So today on the show, we've got Cliff Thompson from GI Mechanics Scale Modeling, I believe is the full name, YouTube name. And we'll get to meet him. So just to start off, this is going to be the last interview of the year, not the last episode. There's going to be 2 hangouts to finish out the year. I just didn't want to, with Christmas and New Year's, I wanted to kind of leave an open format for the last 2 of the year. But I'll go over that more at the end. I will see you guys in a minute. What's going on, Cliff?
Hey, what's going on, Josh? So happy to be here. I want to thank everyone, and especially Frank, for doing a nice little video and stuff like that, kind of getting the name out there. And I'm glad to be the last. And it's great that, you're actually kind of taking a break over the holiday season, like Christmas, New Year, so that everyone could spend time with their family and just, it's awesome you're doing that. So...
And it's, I didn't want to have like a last minute cancellation with the holidays, because people's plans change a lot. So I just wanted to keep it like an open format for the last 2, No,
and it works. Yeah, that's the thing. We'll have to make it work and everything. All right, let's see. I'm reading chat here kind of quick, keeping up. Daniel, Terry1, Charlie Mac, how the hell are you? Mopar Nut, a.k.a. John. We got Rick. Charlie, as Jamie Gervin. Holy hell. We got everybody in here. Jared B, what's going on?
Yeah.
Turr, what's going on, my brother? So, yeah.
So why the name GI Mechanic?
Okay, so I joined the Army back in 2000, and that's what I was a mechanic. That's what I signed up as, and it's like, so the whole GI thing, like G.I. Joe. So it's like government issue mechanic. Even though I knew mechanics before joining the Army, it was just kind of one of the things. And it was actually my email address for the longest time. GI Mechanic 2000 at yahoo.com was my original very first email address when I got onto the internet back in, I was going to say like 98 or 99, somewhere about in there. So, it was one of them things. So that's why. And then it's like, well, I could actually use that. And since I'm doing scale modeling, I started a YouTube channel. I'm like, why not? I work on Army trucks all the time. I'm surrounded by them. That's what I did for the 22 years come February. And I just figured it was a great name. And like I kind of explained with my shop card, the new one anyway, this was actually my first recovery in Ukraine. This is my very first. That's M984A4 Hemet wrecker. It's got C15 CAD in it. It's got the Stinger system, and I'm actually towing a regular 1097. So, yeah, it was just kind of cool. I've also driven a couple pieces of Soviet equipment while I was over there. I've driven a Modge 537. I've driven a BTR, BMP. Like the BTR and BMP, short is just from one end of the motor pool to the other. But, I mean, it was still cool. Then I also drove a Ural 4320. And I want to say it was a C255, which is, or a ZIL, I think it is. They have a truck. Seamus is building one of that. And I've got to, it's, yeah, I was like, wow. So funny how that started. We're doing, working with Canadian forces, Ukraine forces, anyway, long and short. So no one wanted to drive this truck. So I'm like, I do. I raised my hand, and yes, exactly. As soon as I got done driving that, I was like, Wolverines, and everyone's like, and they're like, hopefully they see the movie. I mean, it was actually a good time, because the one sergeant there who was with me, Sergeant First Class, he was like, now remember, you got a lot riding on this. Don't fuck this up. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I got whole North America to actually go. But I showed him how it was done and stuff like that. Gear jammed like a pro, and got it there. Got Ukrainian soldier there and back, and I let one. So I got to drive all sorts of equipment. So that's a little off subject, but I mean it's pretty cool. So that.
Well, I will start by thank you for serving the country. That's really awesome, and it takes special people like that to serve, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't mind me.
And no, it's okay. So the one question I always wanted to ask you is, how do you control that mess in front of you?
Actually, I
how
don't.
do you want to say it?
Yeah, well, it's partial ADHD because I have these squirrel moments. Like, we'll go over some of what this mess is. So this morning, well, actually, it started last night while I was watching Fred Henry. I'm in on Joachim and Mark's over at Scale Bench. I started this one because it was a smaller one. No problem. So I got basically it done. I did find the one piece that I dropped, so I was able to actually get this piece complete. I got to paint it and do some detail and wear marks to it. So, but it's got the trailing arms. That I got to paint the shovel, paint the rounds, but that little elevation arm, I kind of stepped on it. That's how I found it, is by stepping on it. So I'm like, hey, that was a piece I dropped last night. And then I was like getting ready to put the wheels on, and I got them little caps right here on the end. Well, I put it on, and I went and stood it up to do the other side, and it fell off, and I'm like, ah! So I ended up going out, doing something out in the kitchen, and came back, and I was like, I just happened to wheel my roller chair out, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Holy hell, I actually found it. And the cool thing about this particular kit is it actually gives you a turret brace so that you can actually take this and mount this on like another tank or something else. So
Like,
that's actually
wait,
pretty
like
cool.
on top?
Like with inside, here's the directions.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I was like,
It actually
what?
says, where the hell is it? It's an actual particular, yeah, down here at the very bottom, how to use parts accessories. Right there, you can actually put it on a hay swing or whatever the hell it is. It's Haomag or a Hanomag. The upper hull on a Hanomag is where you can actually use that as well. So, hey, BG, what's going on? So yeah, it's cool that they actually get that little parts pack. And then I was going to unbox the 8-inch because everyone would be happy with 8 inches. So I already ripped styrene off, but I'll do that later. So we got a little bit of the it's in a little tacky, but the Doug Hensley build, working on getting some paint on it. I still got to do a little bit more weathering and touch up some spots, but yeah, so that'll hopefully be done here in the next couple weeks, and I can send it out to Doug. So that's the Hensley build. Let's see. I was working on the Foos FD100 today, so I got a little bit further.
That's a pretty cool kit.
I know, I like it. So we got it all like painted somewhat together. I'm working on the engine. I literally just painted the engine before going live, which is sitting right up here. I did a semi-gloss black, and I'm gonna probably do a little bit of weathering and some actual details on it. But I got it all together and literally just painted that like about 10 minutes before we went live. Here is the frame. I also just painted that semi-gloss black. I might do a little bit of weathering on that. So we're getting there slowly but surely. I know I shouldn't have showed that just in case Tracy's watching. Merry Christmas. But, so we're making progress on that one. I also have in the works the 53 Ford Street rod, which is actually another Christmas present for my good friend and his old lady. And now what the hell did I do with it? Oh, never mind. Stuff. So we got the frame all done. Custom 4-link. I got a couple spots I got to touch up. Might do a little bit of weather into it. So, I mean, I want it to look more real. I got the engine together, and I'm going to do probably something with some 3 carbs up here. Because there was a different one. I had to modify the bottom of the oil pan, so I'll figure out a way to fill that in. So it actually looks all right. I'll get that figured out. But I got till Christmas. I mean, I got to wait till the last minute. So it's not quite close enough yet. So let's see. So maybe next week. But
Rattle Can Shenanigans. That is a cool name.
Oh yeah, good times. How are you doing?
That's awesome. I like that name. So what are some of your favorite tools?
Okay, as far now, we talking like 1-to-1 stuff or actual bench stuff? Because I mean,
related.
Okay, so we got a kind of used pair of needle nose pliers. These are always great, especially get the nice comfort grip with the spring loaded. These are always great. Pin vise is standard issue. I never had one for the longest time. Couple multiple pairs of tweezers, if I could find where the other. Here's another set. Miscellaneous different sets of tweezers, different sizes, different thicknesses. A hacksaw, which works really well. Clamps or clothespins. So we got these little clamps, and we got clothespins, which work just as good. So if you're trying to do this on a budget, you could do that. You got to have the X-Acto knife or knife of some sort, a Gerber, or a pair of actual wire cutters. Let's see. Then drill, a little bit larger, so when you're getting into some custom work with the styrene, you can draw out holes. Let's see what else. I think there was something else down here. Oh, and a scale, just so that you can weigh stuff, or so like if you're getting into like doing any of that gravity feed racing or whatever, you can weigh stuff. Whatever you want to do, or if you're just trying to see how much, I don't know, whatever you want to sell, whatever you're trying to do, it's always good, or measure your food. So
I see a lot of evergreen packaging on top of the desk, right?
Yes.
How much actual customizing do you do to your kits?
Believe it or not, I do quite a bit. Like, here's the other kit, the 40 Ford, which I'm on that, which I'm 2 months behind on because I didn't know, and I started mine after Acme because I didn't pick up my kit until the Fulton show. So I didn't realize that whole United YouTube content creators, whatever, was going on. So I'm in the process of trying to fabricate basically like a sub chassis, and I'm going to make like either a monster truck, or I might drop it down a little bit lower and might just make like a mud truck or a mud 34 Ford, something wild and crazy. So that's kind of how I like to do it. I also have some flat styrene sheets that are just kind of stood up. So I started making a toolbox for something, and I don't know where the hell it disappeared to. Oh, it was for that J10 Honcho I tried doing with the snowmobile kit. I was going to try to make like a small toolbox out of some styrene, and it wasn't going to be like the diamond plate because I didn't have the diamond plate and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. It's really, really cool. Like, because it looks like you do a little bit of customizing. That's why. But how are you cutting the styrene? Are you just using wire cutters? Or are you using a razor blade?
I use a combination depending on which I already dicked up which I got a brand new pair I haven't got out yet. But I was cutting some steel wire and paper clips with these, which not a big deal. But I normally either use the X-Acto knife, the saw blade, depending on the thickness or what I'm trying to do.
Wait, that's a saw blade? Wait. Pick that. Wow, I didn't realize that's what that was. That's cool.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Is that actually
a
hobby
hacksaw.
related, or is that for something else?
This is actually a generic one. I mean, I can use it on anything. I can use it on people's heads, or I mean, body parts or whatever if I want to dispose of them. You know, I mean, I cut styrene with it. I could cut me, whatever. It's nice, and it's kind of small that you could still maneuver it. Like it's a little bit because it's round. Sometimes getting into some areas is a little tough. But what you do is you just basically take it and hold it, and then you just run the piece like right over the top of it, and it
Hey,
works pretty
BG
good
has
too.
a question for you.
What's up, BG? Yeah, you could do that. You could use it for anything. But, like I said, it makes fairly decent cuts in the styrene. So,
No,
I mean,
that's cool. That's cool. I thought that was hobby related tool, but it sounds like
this could go either way. This is one of them tools. It can go either way, hobby related or real life. So, yeah, I know. I just went there, but anyway.
Yeah.
So, I forgot a steel ruler that you got to measure 3 times, cut 6 times, or measure once, cut 4 times. This is always good, and especially when you're trying to cut a straight edge. You don't want a plastic ruler, because I tried and I ended up cutting the shit out of the plastic ruler. Not cool. So use a metal ruler. I highly recommend a metal ruler when you're like cutting the flat styrene so that you can get a nice edge on it. So
no, that's cool, and yeah, that's really cool. So
Harbor Freight there, Jamie. I got it from Harbor Freight. So that's where I actually got this, was from Harbor Freight. It was like, I think it was on one of the end caps. I'm like, you know what? That'd be good for cutting styrene. Instead of spending like, I don't know how much they charge for that big one that they got, the XL like styrene cutter. It looks like a straight like meat cleaver, like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not paying like $50 for one of them, or however how much it was. I'll pay like $7 for this, and I even got like extra blades with it too. So I got the tool and extra blades. So
no, like I said, that's really, really cool. But so cover tools. What kind of glue and stuff do you use? Are you using anything special, or are you just using
a little bit? I've been mixing it up depending on what I'm trying to do. This, for some reason, I got to work on heating the tube up and actually getting the glue out of it. But we use the standard. Oh, good thing I did not pick that up. That would have been bad. Let's see. I used the red tube. We used the green tube. We got some.
All right, what's the green tube? What's the green tube?
Metal for wood and cement. So it's a little bit better, like for die cast. Is the only reason why I bought it, was for die cast. So, then of course we got
that one, so I had to ask.
No, that's all right, and that's what this is all about. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, it's we got the red tube, of course, the Tamiya, tomato. Then we got some of the extra thin, the quick setting, and I had a light. Or no, wait. Oh, this is the quick setting, which is the light green cap. There's 2 different caps, which I ended up grabbing the thing when I'm like, man, why the hell is this glue not? It's like setting. It's like, as soon as you put it on, you got to put the part on, and it sets. It's like, why is this glue setting that fast? And I didn't realize there's 2 different caps. So there's a quick setting, which is the thinner one, and then there's a regular Tamiya thin. I'm like, oh, got it. Okay, that works. So I ended up.
So how quick does that really set up? Is it like right now, or is it like I got to hold it for a second?
Well, let's break this right here. We'll slap a little bit on there. Wait, let me make. Yeah, I am using the right one. It doesn't take long. We'll brush it on there. Come on. Yeah, it's just starting to, but I mean, let's see, you're probably about maybe like 10 seconds.
Okay.
I mean, it's still pretty good. I
It's
mean, so maybe like 25 seconds, maybe, but yeah, it's like,
it's not like the other stuff where you got to
oh
hold
no,
for like
it's not
10 minutes.
stuff. You got a little bit of time with this one. This one, like I said, you want to make sure you got your parts ready and they're going together because it does set quick. So
I'll have to pick up
that's
some of that.
yep. At my hobby town, these ones are the extra thin is $6 and this one is $5 right from the hobby town. So we also use Mr. Cement, which I tried on a whim just for something different. This works pretty good. It does a lot of good for structural, like where if you need like heavy glue in different spots, like doing like joints that are
that.
got to hold something for support. That Mr. Cement actually works pretty good.
That probably works better for the evergreen stuff, right?
Yes, it works pretty good for the evergreen stuff. And then, of course, like I said, you can't go wrong with the orange tube. I mean, I got two. And then I have a backup of just regular dollar store super glue. I'm down to my last tube, but it's like you buy like 4 tubes for $1, so a quarter. Okay.
Hey, that stuff works though. Stuff
Yeah, that's
works.
what I mean. It works. So that's why I bought it. I'm like, hell, okay, if it's a quarter, even if I use it like on 2 pieces. Oh, I forgot. Some Modge Podge. I bought these from the dollar store because they're very small bottles, only 2 fluid ounce. I have a flat and gloss, which I've been using the flat. So, oh, that's
So,
right, I forgot.
wait. You're using the Modge Podge for glue?
On like glass, like windshields,
Oh, okay.
different stuff like headlights, windshields, kind of anything clear
Okay.
because it dries clear. It's a water base and it dries clear. So that's why I've been using the Modge Podge. And I am still got yet to try it over decals because I've heard you could do it over decals. And then I've got this metal leaf, which has an adhesive, which I think this was for stamps or something, but it's called Mona Lisa metal leaf. I've only used this like twice, but it was for do not leave puddles, brush it there when it dries, from milky to clear, 30 minutes. I think this is more for like postage stamps because it says adhesive size. I don't know. It's got a decent, it looks like milk, but it gives like a kind of like a film. I don't know if you can really, but it's kind of almost like a little bit of like a tacky glue. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of almost smells like yeah, I was gonna say. So I mean, shoot for 250. Um, that's it wasn't bad. It was on clearance, so I figured I'd give it a try as adhesive. Oh, that's right. As far as other adhesives, we have 2-part epoxy, Harbor Freight tools. Can't go wrong. So
That's when you really want something to stay together.
exactly, that's you building something big and you don't want it to come apart. So yeah, I'm trying to think. That's really all I've got for adhesives. So
So let's jump into paint. What do you spray can guy, airbrush?
I do use a lot of rattle can. Normally either Krylon, Rust-Oleum. I got a couple cans here. I could probably reach down. Um, Cobalt Blue Metallic. I just want them. I pick them up at Dollar General. Like I've tried this, and this doesn't come out too bad. It's like a peel coat, top coat. The only thing I gotta try with it is like actually spraying a different clear over the top to lock in the metal flake. But this is kind of like a plastic paint, so it's like peel paint, so it's hit and miss. I'm not picky. I mean, I prime 95% of my tools, or tools. anyway, of my models. Some of them, what I'll do is I'll just spray like a base coat, like either a black, a gray, a red, something depending on what I'm painting, and I'll use that base coat as like my primer. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of give it like a light sanding and give it the light sanding there. Wipe it down with some tack cloth. And then what I'll do is I'll spray the actual color that I'm going to spray it because, your base, when you're trying to do like an overcoat, it adjusts the hue of, what's the word I'm looking for? Adjusts the hue of the paint that you're trying to get. So it's trail and error. I used the spoons, and I did not grab any of the spoons down. But I've got spoons that I use to test my paint on. So I'll like sit there, I'll scuff it up a little bit with like a little bit of 1,000 grit just to get that kind of high glossy just so that the paint adheres. And then I'll spray the base down whatever I want to do. And then I'll do like a light top coat just to see how well it like adheres or if I'm going to have any issues with the paint per se. So, or if it gives it like a nice, like a nice effect. So,
No, I mean that's really really cool. Do you use an airbrush at all, or is it strictly just air?
well, I do have an airbrush. Thank you, Tar Big Country Creations. I do have an airbrush, which I've got to build my indoor paint booth. So I got the, so I've got one of these. So I haven't really used it, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna work on building, an indoor paint booth. I have like a fan and some other stuff that I was gonna do, but hey, Jared, I greatly appreciate you and stuff like that. Thanks for jumping in. Or Jared, yeah, Jared. That's what I said, Jared. Wow. Anyway, yeah. So that's one of the things I got to do now that it's getting a little bit colder out. Going to want to start doing stuff inside. The biggest thing is I got to worry about the overspray. Because I know the girlfriend gets pissed about that. It said something about overspray. So what I was doing occasionally is I had the window here, and what I do is open up the window, and I had like a little cardboard box. So what I do is hopefully the wind wasn't blowing, and what I do is I just sit there and spray, and it would keep the overspray kind of out unless the wind decided it was going to blow and like really, yeah. So, hey Jerry, what's going on? Sorry, I'm like multitasking here because I'm doing watching the chat thing as well as answering questions. So it's
everything looks good on a spoon. I don't disagree with that, but it usually looks better on the spoon for me.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right. It does, and it's like, yeah, that's why they got Purple Power. This is actually some knockoff shit, but it's Purple Cleaner by Parts Master. I haven't really used it yet, but I still have some other Purple Power, so we'll see how well this stuff. It's, shit. Try anything once, twice if I like it. Well, multiple times if I like it, but that's another story.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, I try to stick when I'm painting car bodies and stuff. I try to stick to like the Wicked brand for the airbrush.
I just picked some up, and I was going to show this Monday, but I did pick some of this up, and this is something that I want to try and do. Now, there was a guy, Lee Nolan, of Holy Shit Models, and that's like his name. That's his logo.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
But anyway, he was actually talking something about like pigments and doing this, that, and the other. I'm like, what? What is this pigment stuff you're talking about? So I found some of this acrylic. So like blue pearl, which it says it's a metallic. I could probably try brushing on or even maybe run it through the air gun. And there's this stuff called Pearl-X, which I gotta figure out, but it's silver. It says it's non-toxic, it's powdered pigments. I'm not 100% sure how this works, but it says it's versatile, deep luster, non-tarnishing, weather-resistant, temp-resistant, and color-fast. It says Jacquard Pearl-X powder pigments may be incorporated into any viscous, slightly thick medium such as paint, varnish, glue, or paste to produce a pearlescent or metallic luster. They may also be applied dry, then sealed or dusted on top of a tacky surface. Particle size is 10 to 60 microns. It is easily silk screened, brushed on, or sprayed. The recommended concentration in most coating formulations is 6 to 12% by weight. Pearlescent effect over base colors can be achieved at concentrations of 1 to 3. Extreme color fastness and stability makes all Pearl-X interference and duo colors idea for exterior, interior, and archival applications. Avoid breathing dust. Use it with adequate ventilation. So, I mean, figured it's something I wouldn't mind trying is some of this Pearl-X. I guess you can brush it on. You can apply it wet. I've never used it. But, I mean, it was something that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. Granted, it's $7 for this 0.75 ounce thing.
So next time you're at Hobby Lobby, try this stuff.
And it was $2.50 for this. So
remember, I think you're the one that commented on the green truck that I did.
Yes.
That's how I got it to be metallic. It was just straight green, like the apple barrel paint, and I used this to make it the metallic.
Okay, all right. So
and I just mixed it in the paint. I didn't.
And then the other thing
I didn't do it with clear coat,
but that's just something I was like thinking of. And then on top, I was going to say this for Monday, but there's this thing I seen, $7. It's called Easy Marble. So basically, it's hydro dipping is what it is. Hydro dipping made easy. Solvent-based paint using water to create quick and elegant marble patterns on a flat or dimensional object. It adheres to paper, wood, metal, glass, and many other absorbent and non-absorbent surfaces. Tissue surfaces first, fill container with room water. So basically, I thought this one would be cool because I have an idea with this one. It's got gold. What the hell does it say on the side? I'm trying to remember what the hell it said. I think it said it was like gold, silver, and black, gold, silver, and black. So the gold and the black, I was thinking more of like kind of like army colors, the gold and the black with the new style logo. So I figure I'd give this a try. Shit, for $7, if I don't like it, it can get thrown out. Or I can give it away to someone else. I don't know. It's just something that, silver, gold, and black. So it tells you how to do it. Working quickly, use a stick or pin to create the pattern you want. Slowly immerse objects in a container or lay the item surface in the water. Be sure to remove any excess color from the surface of the water while the item is submerged by either blowing it away with your mouth or wiping it away with paper. Pull object out quickly, let dry, hydro. Yeah, so, I mean, that's something that maybe try here in the future. So we'll see.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. So we've talked about paint. I see the tape on there. Is that the tape you use when you're doing your two-tone colors and stuff?
Yep, I got all sorts of sizes and dollar store special. I buy this from dollar store or a place called Real Deals, which is basically like dollar store. I found some of this stuff, which is pretty good. Hopefully I got some more in. This is like a knockoff version of the green tape. So So, and then I have actually tried this, and this does seem to work pretty good. I have some, I believe it's the Tamiya tape up here, but it fell through it fell through the big hole in other tapes when I went to stack them. So there's that. There it is. So I got some of this, the actual Tamiya, and then this is the AK tape, which is this stuff right here. It's not bad.
So which one do you like better?
As far as making corners and bends, the Tamiya tape all day. For doing detail stuff and just like kind of more straight and not as complex. For my sharp edges, the AK, and then just for generic, mass taping of, different spots. So, and like I said, just these, I bought these all from like dollar store. Except for the AK. I picked them up at Walt's Hobby. They had them like on clearance. I want to say they were like $4 a piece or something like that. The Tamiya stuff was like almost $8. So it's, yeah.
So clear coating.
That clear coating, I normally use just regular clear coat, just automotive clear coat. Nope, that's not the one.
Just the rattle can stuff.
Yeah, just a rattle can clear coat. There is a acrylic clear coat I've tried, but for some reason, the acrylic, I don't know, it's like hit and miss. But I've also been known to use polyurethane. So just actually like, especially on your darker colors.
Yeah.
I use like the polyurethane, like the heavy Valspar polyurethane, because I can actually pick it up fairly cheap at times from Ollie's. Should never leave tape on desk. Okay.
It's a good tip.
Actually, I was going to say that's a good tip. So
it's a good tip.
I just I'll have to remember that. Now I got to find a place to put it. So I'll just put it in a different box. So anyway, but yeah. Okay, I got Ziploc bags. Actually, I got one model kit that I had taken out. Still got the $5 label on it, so I could put stuff in there. Let's see. What else? But yeah, as far as clear, I only really use the stuff out of rattle can. I haven't got up to the 2K clear yet because I thought about going with the automotive. But if I did get the automotive, I'd have to use it in probably the airbrush, because that stuff is like $25 to $27 a can, depending on where you buy it. So I would have to get a lot of models together if I was going to do it. But the 2K clear I'm talking about is the actual hardener. It's like you pop the little thing up in the bottom and it shake the piss out of it. And it's only good for about maybe like 2 days, 3 days tops, but good for at least 2 days. So, and that's what I painted that Virago with, is the automotive grade.
For the motorcycle, right?
Yeah, the motorcycle. Yep. Girlfriend's Virago 2007 Yamaha Virago XV250.
No, that's cool. That's cool. So what are all the different types of models that you do? Are you just strictly a car guy?
I am 90% truck, automotive, truck. I've branched out and started into like doing trailers. I do have a couple planes that I've got to get going. I got a helicopter that Joe sent out to me, and I've got to work on it. It's still in plastic. Maybe I'll unbox that. It's a Huey Hogg. He sent me. I built my first tank, which was at Hetzer last year for my best friend. Let's see. There is. I have. What the hell is it? I have a Hemet sitting up here on the shelf. I got the one that Doug Hensley sent me.
What's that?
And
What's a
then
Hemet? Wait. Is that a tank?
No, it's a heavy expanded mobile tactical truck. It's what's on my shop card.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those.
I
Or one of those.
No,
So
that's cool. It clicked as soon as you said that.
But yeah, I do have furniture markers, but the girlfriend stole them because dog made a couple scratches in the floor, and so she's already had to. But yes, I've got furniture markers. They're sitting over there on her desk. But I I haven't done any helicopters yet. I did the eggplane helicopter. I do have a tank. I have a T-55 tank that I'm going to do as part of a Ukraine build. I'm going to build it up like the 60. You know what? I'll call him back. It was just my father. I'll call him back. So, anyway, yeah, I definitely got to get into more military. I do like motorcycles. I built my first motorcycle, which was at VMAX, 2004 VMAX. I own a 94, so it was like kind of cool that I actually built kind of a copy of the motorcycle that I have 1-to-1, but I did all the work to it that I kind of wanted to do to the 1-to-1, except I don't have that kind of money to put a supercharger on it or anything like that, but they do exist with superchargers, so
that VMAX bikes are really nice too.
oh yeah, that they're nasty. They're definitely not for the faint of heart. Yamaha was way ahead of their time, especially when they came out with that. 145 horsepower and 85 on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you can scream all the way to 120 in second gear. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great bike.
Yep. So, and it'll do everything that is on a Speedo. Mine goes up to 155, and it'll do all that and then some. And that's why I own one. Because when I get pissed off at the world, I like to go have wind therapy on my motorcycle. And that's another thing I'll kind of get into in a minute or two here as far as mental health and that. So, you know what?
That's fine with me, dude. We can.
Oh no, we're not. We can go there. I don't give a shit. That's no sweat off my head.
Because I know me personally, I use this hobby for stress relief. I've been very open about that. So I totally get how the hobby helps people. And like some of the UK guys will chime in about this, but I think the US needs to adapt that models for heroes for models. I could have it backwards, but that's an awesome program I'd like to see come to the States.
Yeah. And there's a guy, I had his information. I looked it up a while ago, but he does like models for soldiers. So basically, what it is, you can donate models, this, that, and the other thing, and he'll send forward to the VAs. Give me 2 seconds, and I will get his information pulled up because that's actually like an important thing. And I'm not going to lie, the reason why I got back into scale modeling was because of my accident last year. And I was rolling around in a wheelchair. Yes, Models for Heroes. Yep. That's so you're familiar with the program, right, Graham? Yep. Or yeah, Models for Heroes, Models for Troops. Yeah. Models for Troop, and they're based out of Zebulon, North Carolina. There's the other one. It's Models for Troops. But it's based along the same thing.
Yeah, when we're done here today, send that to me and I'll put it in the description.
All right. No, that sounds good. modelsfortroops@gmail.com. That's the address, and he's got a 919 number, so
because I mean, believe it or not, most of the people that are in the hobby haven't, not everybody, but there's a lot of people that use the hobby to get them through the next day, let alone, keep them occupied. There's all kinds of mental health stuff that comes with this hobby. And it's all in a positive direction. It's just how you want to take it,
Mm-hmm. So no, and that's exactly how it is. I know I'm on Instagram as well, and I see guys, especially actually, I was on Brando Commando 1986, one of his live stream, and he was live with McQueen scale model, and that actually just happened to come up as one of the subjects they were like talking about, and that was kind of how we got on subject of it, which was so.
So, how do you like YouTube? Because you seem to stream every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you start at different times, but it seems like you go for a while.
Yes. Now the reason why that is before I went back to work, I'm back to working full time and doing other stuff because I'm fairly, I wouldn't say I'm restricted as far as work. But I mean, I could still work. I was going stir crazy. Just basically sitting there and like, the modeling was doing so well, but I'm I'm like used to being active. And so I tried to get back to work as quick as I could. I know sometimes it's a little stupid that I rush to get back to work, but it's sitting at home not being able to do much was really starting to drain on my psyche. The models were helping me, believe me. But at the same time, the Monday montage was something that I started, and I got around there. Oh, you need to have 1,000 subs before you can go live. I'm like, no, you don't. You just need a laptop, and then you could go there. Because for my first 4 months of my after my accident, I was in a wheelchair. So I mean, I didn't have much other than like I'd get up, I'd do like an hour of personal hygiene in the morning. That's about how long it took me to get ready. It was about an hour, and then I would do like an hour, maybe an hour and a half physical therapy, and I would try to find something to advertise my mind or occupy my mind and, do that. So, and it was just hard. So I'm like, okay, I'll play some video games. I'll do this. I'll whatever. I mean, you can only sit in a wheelchair, and I couldn't actually get into a chair really at the time. So it was like either in the bed or in the wheelchair. So it was like, yeah, it was just rough. But as I got, go to physical therapy, got stronger, got better, got out of the wheelchair and just constantly going. I wanted to get back on my motorcycle. I did that. I did ride snowmobile a couple times last year, probably against whatever, but that's neither here nor there. I got rid of my big triple and got me a twin, which I'm not going to get into that one, but yeah. So it was just, yeah. And me and Big Country actually had to talk about that and stuff like that. And that was kind of what made me think. And it's like, you know what? I'm still going to do the Mondays regardless. And that's why it's like, so sometimes I'll do errands after work or this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, sometimes it takes me a little longer to get ready, to do stuff. And that's why it's different times. Plus, I also try to plan it out where I'm catching a good average of people because I know there's 3 hour difference between like the West Coast and Central hour, all the different time zones. I don't want to get on too late because then, the men across the pond and stuff like that, or, the subscribers across the pond, well, like I said, it'd be kind of really late for them. So I want to try to find that happy medium so that I can get, the max participation. And now it sounds weird. And no, I'm not doing this. I will never be monetized. But if someone's got a business they want thrown out there, I'll throw your business up. I don't give a shit. The money doesn't bother me. I mean, it's, one of the things. I know I'm too far to the right and center right for YouTube anyway. But I'll use their platform like the dirty, well, I ain't going to get into that one, but like the dirty whatever it is, and use it for all it's worth. And, but I just like to have the max participation. And like I said, anyone who does the lives, I'll jump in and, like I said, I'll support you in on your lives and stuff like that. So, you know, I know Frank's doing one on Friday. I know Fred Henry, you know, he did one on Friday, which is great. You know, max participation, you know, it's to get in there. And now that we got this StreamYard, we can have multiple people kind of engage in doing the scale modeling community, or just sit there and smoke cigarettes and bitch at the world. But that's another story.
No, it's and this is where COVID kind of comes into play too. And I will say this just based on the interviews. If I'd have done these interviews 2 years ago, I might have only done maybe 6, maybe 7, because now everybody has a webcam, you know, because they had to work from home, or kids had to go to school from, you know, so it and these programs definitely help. I mean, we can get around them, but the webcam part of it, and the microphones and the speakers and all the stuff that comes with a computer now, because you're either working at home or your kids were at home doing school, definitely make it a lot easier to do a bunch of this.
Oh yeah, exactly. Technology's come a long way, and you know, I just, like I said, I don't have a lot of money wrapped up into, you know, mine. I just got a laptop. The only reason why I have a laptop is because I need it for Army stuff. Because yes, as sad as it is, the Army has gone digital. It's regardless, just like the rest of the world. So, you know, and I got to have it to do PowerPoint presentations, Excel spreadsheets. You know, it's just one of them things. Now they got them built in, but I have a webcam mounted right here above my bench, which works in. What's a webcam? Oh, those are great. Those are fun. You can have a lot of fun on webcams too. Dun, 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 dun. No, actually, that was the wrong one. I could probably play that in the background. So. But anyway. But yeah, you're right. The pandemic did bring a lot of people. Like, see, up until my accident, I was working. Because I don't think the government would really let me bring my work home to work on it. I mean, because probably after I got it fixed, I'd probably be out having fun with it. I'm not going to lie. Yo, why you got that? 5 tons sitting out in the yard. You just shut your mouth on doing my work. You just go.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I will say this about phones and StreamYard. They really don't like each other. And I mean, they really don't like each other unless you have headphones. If you have headphones, it kind of works. I don't know why, but for some reason it just, I don't know. But StreamYard really, really hates phones.
Yummy.
Yeah, and the pandemic brought a lot, like just in the last, I've been doing this since February. So February from to now, I bet you there's at least 100 new modelers on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram. And I mean, it's absolutely crazy. What is that? Oh, that's
This is the 8-inch. I'm going to play with 8 inches of fun. So,
well, wait a minute. PG, buddy. PG.
Hey, it's 8-inch howitzer. Howitzers are fun. I've actually fired howitzers. Yeah, but no, you're definitely right as far as like on the phones and stuff like that. StreamYard doesn't like it. I'll occasionally jump on streams when I'm like mobile or like driving and stuff like that, and it's it definitely does not like it by no means.
No.
And I know it kills people's streams too. So
yeah, there's
earbuds.
Not wrong.
Oh no, I definitely wasn't. I kept it PG. I mean, like, that's what I'm doing. We're unboxing, and I was going to say this for Monday night, but I'm going to do it today anyway because, well, I can. That's why. something engaged. I'm getting interviewed, and got to do something fairly decent. Here's your
That's a
main
cool kit.
barrel. So yeah, no, it looks good. It's let's see, made in the USA. It's an Atlantis kit. So I mean, so far the parts actually look. They got like a little bit of like a high gloss kind of plastic. So that'll be
So,
pretty cool.
so what's your favorite modeling manufacturer that you've done so far?
I'm probably gonna have to go out on a limb and probably say Tamiya. And now I never had a Tamiya kit until I had built. No, that was an Academy kit, was it? No, that wasn't. Trying to remember what kit I had built. Oh, it was that Humvee kit that I turned into the tow truck. That was my very first Tamiya kit ever, and I built that. And I bought another one. I bought a 11 or a 151A2 for the Doug Hensley appreciation build. And that's another cool thing about Doug Hensley is we're both in the service. He was in the Army National Guard and stuff like that. So, and the Army. So that's why I kind of went that way with that. But I've always either done Revell or AMT. I've had, I think, one Erdl that I did, and I can't remember what one that was, but I think it was an AMT Erdl kit. It was a combined. And I know one or two of the NASCAR kits I had was the Revell monogram. So, I mean, I probably have to say Tamiya. Academies are pretty solid as well. My very first kit, very, 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 very first kit I ever built was this Ford. And it's a Lindbergh. It's a
Oh,
Lindbergh kit.
yeah. I've got one of those. That's an
So,
interesting group. Or they got like a convertible, the hard top. Yeah, I have the
right.
convertible one.
Yeah, so it was just pretty cool to do that. So I've always been like a Revell AMT guy, but academies are pretty solid. Trying to remember, Aoshimas are pretty good because that's that VMAX kit was that I built was an Aoshima, and then yeah, Tamiya, Aoshima, and Academy was the Hetzer that I built for my best friend. So
I will say it this way for me. The Revell Showtime series.
Okay.
It's one of the first videos on my channel, but it's the 4-door Cadillac Truck. That is by far my favorite kit. There's been ones that I've liked after that, but that's probably the best kit I've ever done.
Hold on. Is it 2005, the one that I haven't set at Headmaker yet? Hold on,
there's like 5 or 6 kits in that.
Is it that one? It's the
4-door. It's that truck, but in a different box. It's
SUV.
It's the show. It looks like it's a theater production box.
Okay.
Like it should be like on a movie poster.
Okay. All right.
It's real. That was by far my best kit. I even 6 years later after getting back into the hobby, that is by far the best kit I've done.
Nice. So yeah, I'll definitely have to go back and check out like some of your first videos. Excuse me. Ooh. All right.
So we've hit about that hour mark. Did you have any questions for me?
No, I just really wanted to say I appreciate what you're doing for the hobby. It is awesome with these interviews, and I just want to say thank you, and I'm humbled to be a part of your interview series, and it's definitely an honor.
No, yeah, and thank you for coming on too. I know, it's interesting the last 6-7 months trying to keep all literally I have to use my phone to keep track of when the interviews are, what day, you know.
That's what I did. I actually put your interview in on my oh wait. Oh. Huh.
Calendar, right?
Yeah, on my calendar. It's like it was today. And I even set it for 1:15, but I was busy doing something with the dog at 1:15.
No, I mean, like I said, it's this process has been really, really great for the most part, and everybody seems to like these,
No,
which makes it even better.
Awesome.
Like, I mean, for the most part, we've had 15 people watching the whole time.
Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. I also did turn the cliff. I also did turn the cliff volume down just a little bit. So, that's. Oh yeah, definitely. The Tamiya kits are awesome. That's what I've seen. But growing up, actually, I was going to say, did I have? No, I don't think I had any MPC kits. I have, I think, two. I have one MPC kit sitting on my shelf right now, and that's an '86 Chevy El Camino with trail bike. I believe that's the only MPC kit I have. Yes. So.
No, nice. Yeah. Like I was saying, it's really, really cool. Everybody has been watching today. I really appreciate it. So I'm kind of trying to do an intro video. That's kind of what I'm going to be working on the next 2 weeks. But I'm going to be doing a bunch of I actually, you know what? It's the intro with my son at the start of today's video and last video. And then we're going to add this to it. Yeah. I'm in the game. And then there's going to be 2 more of those little segments, but I'm going to put modeling pictures in between those.
Awesome.
And we're going to see how that works. I'm like I said, I'm still trying to grow the channel and move in a positive direction. So, and yeah, he's definitely gonna be using those at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my God, that is awesome. That's cool. And yeah, that'd be great. That would be great.
Yeah, sounds like everybody's talking about a storm somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely storms and stuff like that. I mean, the wind's been kind of hell around here a little bit, but it seems like it's actually calmed down in about the last, I don't know, probably like 20, 25 minutes. The storm is calmed down.
You know what? Oh. I don't know the answer to that, but if you come on, you'd be the first. Just say.
Ooh, there you go. Hey, we got the first one for next year. First interview for next year.
And the other one that I saw today that I like the name. Oh, where'd it go? I'm gonna have to go check this channel out. Where'd he go?
Pop Smoke, no soup for you.
Oh, yeah. This channel name is cool. I had Rattle Can Shenanigans. That could go so many different ways with that title name. You know,
I follow him on Instagram. He's good shit. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, see, like and
then there's the other, like you were saying, the flip side, like Instagram and YouTube, and I actually have a backup, which is basically for when I'm on my mobile phone, which is the Cliff Thompson account. Which I mean, that's like, so if you see like Cliff Thompson reply, that's me.
Oh yeah.
Like, just so, because somebody I had thrown someone off not too long ago here. I'm like, and then I jumped on when I got home later on that night, and I replied for my GI Mechanic account, which is on my laptop, and I don't have it on my phone, but that was kind of how that happened, and I'm like, oh, okay, so we'll make sure that everyone's tracking everything. So
Well, like I said, if you don't have any questions for me, I'm probably going to try to end this.
No, we could definitely end it. Like I said, it's like I didn't want to take up too, holy hell, this is good. We're just over an hour. This is beautiful.
Yeah, like I said,
so it's like
really, really quick.
Well, I also told myself I was going to kind of keep it kind of short and stuff like that because I still do have a little bit of stuff to do around here. So it's,
understandable, dude.
But yeah, it's definitely, so I'll save it, like most of it, for the Monday night shenanigans. I know I've got one or two small videos which I may possibly put out between now and then. If I can get my phone, I got to pull my memory card out of my phone because I got 2 or 3 different like videos and stuff like that I posted to my shorts, but it's like to post it on the main channel instead of the backup. It's so I gotta make sure I get that done too. So that might be something a little bit later on tonight I'll get to. So
cool. So I will talk to you in a couple minutes. Thank you for coming on, and I'm gonna end this. I will see you in a minute, okay?
All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Remember to tune in and make sure you smash that like button for Josh. Damn it, smash it.
So that was Cliff, everybody. So yes, last 2 weeks. Well, there's actually 3, I think. Next week is actually my wife's birthday, so hangout's probably not going to happen until Sunday, to be honest. But Christmas weekend, I will try to do something like after. I think Christmas is on a Saturday this year, so Sunday the hangout will be Sunday afternoon sometime, showing kind of what I got for Christmas, and anybody's welcome to join. I will figure a way to put the link in somewhere. No, that's awesome. I thank you guys. But and then New Year's, I don't know what I'm going to do for New Year's weekend. There's going to be a live hangout that weekend, just not sure when. And then we're going to start up the show probably the second weekend after New Year's. I'm going to try to have the first interview figured out by then. So hopefully everybody has liked the interview. Cliff, awesome guy. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.